The NFL announced their Rivalry Uniform Series for 2025. What did I think? Check it out after the intro. Okay, so as Nike and the NFL are wont to do, they came out with a new idea to sell jerseys. And historically, this has been things like Color Rush and the fact that they're allowing finally more throwbacks because of the new rules with the helmets where you're allowed to have more than one shell per season, so to speak. So I just wanted to go through these new jerseys. I'm a huge jersey fan. I'm a collector. I love uniforms. I love seeing what they come out with. And I want to complain and give some credit here where credit's due. Okay, out of the 8 jerseys, it was AFC East teams and NFC West teams. Every year they're going to have 2 new divisions, I guess, and then they're just going to cycle through. So not all 32 teams get new jerseys every year. It's going to be 4 years for all of the league to get rivalry uniforms unless they cancel this program beforehand. Okay, so first things first, dead last, the Buffalo Bills. Sorry to do this, but white on white on white has been very overdone lately in the NFL and in the sports world in general. Growing up, it seemed that it was always white jerseys with maybe white pants, but there was some type of color on the helmet, or sometimes they wore colored pants. White on white is something a lot of teams already have. So for the Bills to make this their special uniform with kind of a silver Buffalo Bill, I get it's like a snow theme. It's just kind of boring. The pants have like a icicle kind of design on them. We haven't seen too much of these jerseys yet. We've only seen some promo photos. Obviously, we haven't seen them in games yet. But it seemed like a pretty easy cop-out for the Bills to go with this. So, number 7. This was a tough one because I had some issues with all of these teams that chose black as their main color. So all 3 of them are going to be lumped together here. But number 7, I have to go with the San Francisco 49ers. As much as I think the numbers are cool and the fact that the red on gold on black looks good, the rest of the jersey itself kind of washes out with the red. And we've seen, I believe, Color Rush from the 49ers in all black before, so this is nothing new except for the black helmet. So it doesn't get you excited from a seeing something new standpoint, doesn't get you excited from a color standpoint, so I think this one's down low on the list. Next, I think I unfortunately have to say it's the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins have one of the better color schemes in all of sports. They were one of the first teams to adopt aqua and definitely mesh it with the orange. It fits the South Florida mentality. It fits the South Florida lifestyle and all the colors down there, Miami Vice and all that. So for them to go with black, it's kind of a letdown. I think they could have gone with a very dark aqua blue or very dark navy blue maybe in the orange, kind of like the Islanders did in the mid-90s. I know that's not maybe everyone's best reference, but I think that would have been a much cooler design based on the colors they have. Right above them, then, would be the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams, also went with black, which I give it a slight mark above the previous 2 teams because the yellow and the blue pop. So at least on the black helmet, the yellow horn pops. The yellow and blue on the shoulders, they stand out. So that mixed with the white lettering gives it kind of a unique look, although overall I wish they went with something different. It would have been cool to see them in, again, a dark shade of blue. If they're going to try to do things that are not seen before or not done before, at least, going to black seems like a cop-out almost. Like, it's an easy choice. Okay, so now we're going to get into I believe that was our bottom 4? Bottom 4. Okay, so now we're at top 4. All right. 4th on the list, we have the Arizona Cardinals. Am I wearing one of their jerseys right now? You might be asking yourself. No, this is a 2023 Oregon Ducks eggshell uniform. Or jersey, rather. I'm not wearing the whole uniform. You noticed that. But I thought it was ironic that this jersey looks so much like that. Unfortunately, as you can see from the pictures I'm showing right now, this is the slideshow from their website. The pictures, all of them are bathed in this crazy red light, so you really can't make out the details on the uniform too well, so that's unfortunate. Otherwise, it's cool splatter design. I give them a lot of credit for trying something like that. I like it. Matches well with the white helmet, the white pants. I think this one, as being a white, at least it has something different to it. Something we haven't seen in the NFL before. Although it is, like I said, a direct ripoff or homage to the Oregon Ducks from 2023. And the Ducks, as we know, have been uniform trendsetters for years. Which gets us into our number 3 uniform, the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks also, I'm not a huge fan of the all-white, but the dark helmet, the dark socks, and the striping or the feathering design, I'm not exactly sure what to call it, and also the iridescent numbers. That makes the Seahawks uniforms pop here. But again, I've heard a lot of Washington Huskies fans are pretty upset that these are basically Oregon Ducks uniforms. You could if you didn't know what team this was, you'd say, "Oh, that's the Ducks. That's what they're wearing this weekend." So I understand that that's kind of funny, especially because of the rivalry there. But overall, fantastic uniform. Now, the top two. These were very close, and I went back and forth on this as I was deciding today. I'm a Jets fan, as you can see by the hat, but I think I have to put the Jets number two. It's very close, and it hurts me deep down to put the Patriots number one because that's the only team left. But the Jets have to be the Jet. It was a very close race. Let me get into the Jets first. I like the fact that they went with their old school design with the stripes on the shoulders. I was afraid it was going to be a black uniform because the Jets have had the midnight black and Gotham black and all this stuff in recent years. However, it's a really dark green. It's definitely like a military green mixed with the manhole cover on the shoulders, which is a hatchwork design. It's actually a design I put on one of my first tattoos. I drew that myself, and it's kind of cool to see the hatchwork on something even cooler. The jersey, so I'll definitely be getting one of these. I like the secondary logo on the chest. I think the helmets look good. The colors match. Again, the fact that they're only using black as an accent really helps here because you have two different shades of green and then the black plus the white. Looks like there's some silver also. Might be a busy jersey to some, but I think all the colors play well together. This also kind of looks like an Oregon Ducks jersey because they also had hatchwork at some point in the 2000s. So, all right, last on the list, the New England Patriots. And again, as a Jets fan, it pains me to say this, but I have to be realistic as a uniform fan. The Patriots have always had a very cool design. I enjoyed their redesign in the 2000s. I enjoyed the Pat Patriot before that, who didn't, or the Elvis Patriot, excuse me. The Pat Patriot was cool. I think people they overly nostalgize that one because I don't think it's that great, the red and the white. But this uniform with a shade of blue we haven't seen before. It's kind of a washed out gunmetal, maybe denim. I don't know how to call it. The white helmet, the white pants, but the matching socks with the jersey goes really well together. I like the helmets with the Elvis on the side. I think we haven't seen that New England logo, the NE. We haven't really seen that on a uniform before. And I like the contrasting Nike and the contrasting little bits of red on the uniform. So overall, I really have to give them credit. As much as it hurts, I think these are some awesome looking jerseys. So let me know what you think in the comments. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can see when I talk about the NFL or anything else next time. Let's check out college football this weekend. Go Ducks. Go whatever your team is. And I will see you next time we have some news to break down about the NFL or about uniforms. Take care.